Hello, in this video, we are going to demonstrate the project 2 of HW645. So first we have uploaded all the code, like the related code into this GitHub repository. So I've created a GitHub repository, and I've uploaded all the code into the GitHub repository and pushed the code. Next, what I've done is I've created a Docker image. So what I need for creating a Docker image, we need to have an account in hub.docker, and this is the hub.docker, and this is the Docker image. So I created the Docker image, and using the Docker desktop, I have created the uh, image, and I have pushed that this Docker image into the Docker hub. So after that, I have written the Docker file. So this is the Docker file which I have written. So in this Docker file, like, we are specifying the Tomcat URL, and after the build is done, we use the Docker run it command, and we generate the file. So uh, uh, so after that, we would be creating AWS instances in these are the AWS instances which I have created in the AWS Learner Lab. So primarily there are three instances which we need: the master, the child, and the Jenkins. So for first we need to install no the what do you say, the we need to install the Docker on master node, and after that we need to install the Docker on child instance also, and after that we need to install the Rancher on EC2 instance. So after installing the Rancher, uh, we can now access this page. So this is the Rancher page, and I've created this thing in Rancher, and yeah, in this node we created like now pods, and this is the node, and these are the pods, and this is the thing, and so these are the various logs of the this Rancher thing, and this is the deployment. So we created two deployments, deployment 1 and deployment 2, and deployment 2 is the load balancer, whereas deployment 1 is the this thing. So this is the deployment 1, and this is the other one is the deployment 2. Yeah, and after that, we created a new the in third instance we have installed the Jenkins, and we have configured the build pipeline, and the build pipeline, we can give builds. So I'll give a build now. So the build is scheduled, and it happens this way. So it builds the war file, and the it would be Docker push would be then done, and here in this Rancher, we can get the deployment happening. So you could see like how the deployment is happening, and then if we go to the services, we can see the deployment for load balancer is pending. It might take 1 or 2 minutes, and after that the deployment would be completed. So after the deployment is done, we can access the URL. So so the deployments are done. So I'll access one deployment, and in services, I can access the load balancer. So this is the load balancer, this thing, and now I'll keep this is the survey form. So you could see like this is the survey form which we have built. Now for the CI/CD to getting triggered, we need to change the code and the atomic deployment should happen. So now let's change the code in this. Here, go to the main web app, and let's say we'll change the style of the CSS. Now it's in yellow. Let's make it to green. Now I'll commit the changes. So I guess the commit would is done. So just now uh, let's again trigger the build. So now I've triggered the build. So I kept a cron job, but the cron job executes after 1 hour. So in order to show it quickly, I have triggered the job. So we could see like the deployment has been success. So just to make sure I'm building it again. Uh, yeah, yeah. Now I'll go to the rancher. Now in deployments, I'll go to the deployment. So I guess this takes a bit time. So after that, we'll check it. So it is active now. Now I'll just keep the survey here. See, now the color has been changed. So like this, we could say like the continuous deployment and continuous integration has been done. So this is the Jenkins, this is the rancher, and this is our pod, and this is Docker, and in this Docker, these are the repositories which we have created, and this is the GitHub URL for our project, and these are all the files which are present, and this is the war file. So yeah.